Hey, it makes it very excited to be with you this evening in sunny Arizona. Folks, it must be about 75 tonight. And I'm from the East Coast, a little town, Alicopa, right outside of Pittsburgh. And I heard it's snowing and sleeting back there, but I don't want to wish that upon anyone. But today I want to talk to you about something that I developed about 40 years ago. And I've had many people out in Arizona, in different places, ask me, tell me a little bit about the power of you. What is it? Tell me. The power of you is something that I developed 40 years ago, but I never implemented because I just didn't have the faith or the confidence that I could do it. But I developed this for people to seek strategies, to give them confidence so they can make a difference in their lives and others. Each person's unique gifts are waiting to be nurtured and to make a change for the good. It all starts with you believing and focusing on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Keep in mind, all things are possible once you begin to believe in yourself. Some of you probably know when I was at Alicopa High School, I did very poorly. Finished at the bottom of high school class, all-American athlete. Had a lot of scholarships, but couldn't get in. Had to go to junior college for 2 years and then University of Idaho. I don't tell you these things to sensationalize. I just tell you what my life was like. And you know what? I thought I couldn't do it. But once I began to believe in myself, and I know I had a mission in life, I had to make a difference. I had to do something. Somebody had to do it in my family. And so one of the things, the first thing I developed, this is all, a lot of these things I'm talking about are systemic. I talked about what is your why in life, folks. You have to have a why. See, because if you're not making any money, you're going to quit. You're going to give up. Yeah, that's natural. But if you have a why, it's something you will live and die for. My why was my mother, Miss Ruth Pipkin. My mother labored in the cotton fields in Mississippi. She had an iron shirt, made maybe a nickel an hour. And she watched over her 9 children. So I said, I have to give something back because this woman gave something to me. And I was one of 9 children. I was the first one to go to college. But you know what? And I knew I had to break that generational curse. Because no one in my family ever went to college or graduated. Once I graduated now, there's over 50 people in my family who went on to schools, graduated, Calvin Brown, Carnegie Mellon, Vernon Brown, Columbia, Eugene Williams, Geneva College, my niece Nikki, University of Phoenix. My son and daughter, they both have their master's degree. My wife has her degree in psychology. My niece April is working on a PhD in psychiatric medicine. So, I broke that generational curse. That was my why, to inspire my family. And, I want to make a difference. And, folks, I'll tell you what, if I could do it, anybody could do it. So, folks, have a why, and it can't be money. If you do something well enough, you're going to make some money. So, my first is my why, and, my mother was my why. 2, have courage. You got to have courage. You have to have courage to stand up inside of yourself. When things come at you, divorce, no money, no job, I'm telling you, or people offering you drugs and alcohol, you have to say no. You got to stand up for the courage to take care of your family. You got to be the one to say, I'm going to make a difference. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes you don't realize how many people are dependent on you. And I'm going to tell you something. They may not tell you that, but I'm saying to you, courage is not easy. It's not easy going that road by yourself when you think you have no one with you. But I want to tell you, if you stick with it and have the courage, it will work. Forgiveness. Folks, I hurt a lot of people in my life, family members, my wife. And I had to apologize to a lot of people. I'm sorry. And some of the people I did in high school, fights. And forgiveness is not for the others. It's for you. It clears your conscience. And I had to apologize to some people. And I still have some people that are angry at me. And if you're watching this tape, I apologize to you. I'm very sorry. Um, never give up, folks. I'll tell you this. Excuse me. Uh, Giving up, once I realized the power of you, giving up was never an issue to me. I think about how my mom and dad labored. They couldn't go to school, fifth grade education, and how some of my family sacrificed that I was able to do some things. Folks, I'm telling you, never, never, never give it up. Give up. You know why? There's somebody dependent on you. Think about the people who came before us, what they had to endure. What about the Native Americans? I mean, you look at some of the people, the Italians who came here. I'm just pointing out that we all have a history. But I'm telling you something. We have great opportunities we've ever had in our life. But you have to say, you know what? I'm not quitting. I'm gonna make this puppy work. And you know what? It really holds your foot to the fire. You know, I used to vacillate on so many things that I can't do this. And listen, folks, I've been to the White House. I've chaired a hospital board. I was vice president of a foundation board. You know, I was one of 13 people who architected of the home rule charter in Allegheny County. You know, as I said, I was written up in U.S. Today, New York Times. Folks, not to impress you, but to impress upon you. I want you to think about this. And you people that know what type of person I was. If Bob Pipkin could do it, anybody could do it. And you know what? I never envisioned that I would be going on 50 years of marriage. I met folks and 2 wonderful kids, Todd and Quaid, and 4 great-grandkids. You know, I talk about this thing because I'm hoping for some of you that had a chance to listen or watch this video, that you would think about what's going on in your life, that you can make a difference in others. And I tell people, you will win as long as you never give up. And another thing, dream beyond your wildest imagination. People stop dreaming. There's dream stealers in your life to say, oh, Bob, you can't do it. People told me that. I wasn't smart enough. But graduate from Duquesne University, 3.67 grade point average. Folks, it's in you. How do we pull it out of you? Folks, with that, I know I've talked quite a bit, but it's been a pleasure to share my thoughts and my inner feelings, what has transpired in my life. And I'm hoping that what we have to do is make this systemic in our families. We got to break those generational curses. We have to embrace real change. And sometimes, folks, it may seem like it's disingenuous, but I'm here to let you know, and it's painful sometimes to talk about my past. But with that, I'm gonna wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm hoping to see everybody, not only in Arizona, but in Pittsburgh in the near future. Have a great day. Bye.